with you here this morning. It's one of the joys of my work as bishop that I'm able to go and visit all the congregations. And I bring you greetings from the other 87 congregations in the Southwestern Washington Synod. In particular, I bring you greetings from Gall Harbor Lutheran Church in Olympia. That's where I was last Wednesday night, and they just send you greetings. Next Sunday, I'll be preaching at Spanaway Lutheran Church in Spanaway. So may I greet them on your behalf next week? Good. I'll do that. Greetings from your congregation. This is sort of coming back to a home neighborhood for me. My mother grew up not too many blocks from me. My mother grew up on Puget Sound and 70, I think it is. And some of you were talking before church started that you went to high school with a couple of my cousins at Lincoln High School, and so it's good to be back in the home neighborhood this morning. And we also are back together after Easter. Easter was last week, of course, and we celebrated the resurrection victory of Christ. But then our gospel text for this morning is always a very distinctive text where just on the evening of that first Easter in the gospel lesson, we find the disciples hiding, protecting themselves in a locked room, a locked upper room somewhere in Jerusalem. And as I read that text, I think about, through the ages, people who have needed to hide themselves away for protection. Actually, it was 70 years ago this August that Anne Frank and her family were hiding in Amsterdam. Many of you are familiar with the diary of Anne Frank. Their family was hiding, of course, because the German Nazis had taken over the Netherlands and they were rounding up Jewish families and sending them away to the horrible concentration camps where hardly any of them survived. However, the Frank family had been hiding in the top story of an office building for 2 years. And they were able to do that because the 6 Dutch workers who worked in that building, who were friends of theirs, who were part of the family business, protected them at great risk to their own lives with smuggling food and newspaper clippings and so forth. However, on August 4th, 1944, the knock came to the door, and it was a Gestapo agent, and he rounded up the family and took them away to the camps where only the father, Otto Frank, survived. And so we come upon this scene in our gospel lesson for today where the disciples also are hiding, it says, for fear of the authorities. For fear of the authorities. They had seen their Lord Jesus crucified on the cross just the Friday before, and they felt that their own lives were in danger. Now, that's ironic as we read it, because we, from 2,000 years later, we know the whole sequence, but just that morning, some of them had seen the risen Lord. Mary Magdalene in the garden had seen the risen Jesus. The two disciples that were heading back home to Emmaus found themselves walking along the path of Jesus. Peter and James had both seen an empty tomb where there was no body. They knew, or they at least heard from their friends, that Christ had risen, that Christ had been raised from the dead. And in those moments, certainly they were filled with joy and thrill, and with strength and with faith. But by that evening, they were overcome by their fears again and hiding behind the walls. But maybe that's not so surprising that that's what happened to them, because when we think about our own life journey, our own life of faith, we realize that we too, there are moments when we know Christ, there are moments when we are filled with the power of Christ, there are moments when our faith is strong, but then the very next moment something can happen that can really plunge us into fear, and we wonder what's going to happen to ourselves and what's going to happen to the world. What are some of those moments that plunge us into fear? Lately, we just keep hearing the reports, the tragic news of a shooting at a school, the death of a school, a stabbing shooting. There's nothing we want more than for our children and for our grandchildren to be safe, to grow up and to be healthy. And so we send them off to school and see them growing and bettering their lives. And how tragic it is and how scary it is to know that there are some of our young people just so lost, just so without a sense of who they are as God's child, that they come to school with guns. But when that happens, I think that throws us all into fear. And then we look out into the world beyond, and we see what's happening in Syria, and we see the arms build up in the Ukraine, and see what continually is going on in North Korea. And we begin to wonder, are we safe in this world? Is God looking out for us? Can we protect ourselves? At those points, I think, like the disciples, all of a sudden we feel that we need to wall ourselves off from the world and protect ourselves. There are other fears that come to us that maybe are not quite so dramatic, but they're just as powerful. One is when our well-being, our sustainability, when our work is in danger. I'm talking about the economy and the work. I ran into an old acquaintance at the grocery store a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't seen him for about 3 years. And I was surprised to find out that he'd been out of work for 2 years. He worked for an energy company, a large energy company. There was a merger of 2 companies. His position was eliminated, and now it had been 2 years since he found a job. And I was talking to him, and he said, I put 25 years of good work into this particular area. I was always held in the highest regard. I got very high job ratings. And now I'm 55 years old, and I can't find a job. He says, I look each day, and it begins to feel very panicky and meaningless to me. Or another time when fear conceives us is when something happens to our health. We go to the doctor's office for a routine checkup, and all of a sudden the doctor discovers something and says, that we need to do some more tests. And then we have to wait a week for the test results to come back to us. There are those moments in our life when crises happen, where those we love are in danger. And like the disciples, like the inner circle of disciples who had seen the risen Christ, we too in those moments can be taken over by fear. The beautiful thing in the gospel lesson today is that when Jesus appears amongst the disciples, the first thing he says to them is peace be with you. Shalom, peace. You've heard that word Bible studies on shalom. It means where anything is broken, God puts it back together. God mends it. Where our hearts are broken, where our conscience is broken, where relationships are broken, where the world is broken, God puts it back together. And so that's what Jesus comes. He says, he knows his disciples are there in fear. He says, I want to bring my healing to you. I want to bring my peace to you. And then it says that Jesus breathes on them. Jesus breathes on them. It says, receive the Holy Spirit. It's by the breath of God. Remember in Genesis chapter 2, when God created the first human one, when God was creating Adam. In Genesis chapter 2, God had knelt down the ground and was fashioning the body of Adam out of the mud of the land. Then it says God leaned over and breathed into Adam the breath of life. So it's God's own breath that fills us with life. And so Jesus was coming back to the disciples in their moment of fear and breathing life, breathing strength into them. I got here a little early this morning and was enjoying looking at all the beautiful artwork in your sanctuary. And I noticed up here on the wood carving, I will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of God. Every time you come to worship, you are reminded of the breath of God, of God's breath of life, God's breath of the Holy Spirit. And one of the things that Christians, even from ancient times, would do is that as part of their spiritual practice, when they were saying their prayers, they would breathe during that time. They would breathe in and to remind themselves that it was God breathing life into them. So that's part of what the lesson speaks to us about today, is we live in a world that can be very fearful. And when that happens, we just feel like our strength and maybe even our faith going away, and we wonder, where is God and what is God up to? And it's at that point Jesus teaches us to know that God, each moment, whether we know it or not, is breathing life into us, is breathing faith into us. And in those moments that are most fearful, to really, as a spiritual prayer, to breathe in that breath of God that God has given to us. I'm going to pick up the sermon and tell them, whoa, There's the interesting feature in our gospel lesson for today about Thomas. We call him doubting Thomas. But I don't think that's simply what's going on. It wasn't that Thomas wasn't able to believe as strong as the others, but Thomas played a very crucial role. And the whole thing about Thomas wanting to see the scars on Jesus' hands and where the spear had gone into his side. Why was that important to Thomas? Different Bible scholars have different opinions about that, about what exactly the scars meant and what Thomas was looking for. On the one hand, it may have been that Thomas, who had seen Jesus crucified, who had seen the nails go into the hand, Thomas wanted to make sure that it was really that Jesus who had risen from the dead. That it wasn't just a ghost, it wasn't an imposter, but the one that he had seen killed was the one who God had now raised from the dead. So that's perhaps part of what's going on. But it's also possible that Thomas wanted to see the scars because those scars were the signs of God's deepest love for God's people. That those scars were the signs that Jesus would go anywhere to be with us, even into the most painful and wounded place. That God would go anywhere. Jesus would go to the cross for us. Jesus would go to the place of political oppression. Jesus would go to the place of death. God goes anywhere to be with us. And those scars are the signs of God's total love for us. And so that's the promise to you and I today. As we look at our world, as we look at our lives, as we think about our families, as we think about our health, any place where there are wounds, where there is doubt, where there is fear, today, like Thomas, we need to see the signs that Jesus is with us in those places, that God is with us to care for us. And that's God's promise to you and I, that in those moments, in those life and death moments, in those moments when our souls are heavy, that God is there to be with us and to care for us and to bring healing and to breathe a new breath of life into us. And what the promise of the text also is, not just the promise but the challenge, is that in the same way that God is with us to heal us, so God sends us out into the world to bring this life to others. That's what he says to the disciples. He said to them, receive the Holy Spirit. Just as the Father has sent me, so I send you. Just as the Father has sent me, said Jesus, to go into the world, to be with people in their joy, to stand with people in their pain, to bring healing where they are wounded. Just as God has sent me to do that, so now I send you. You who have been filled with the breath of life, you who have been made alive by God, now you bring that life to others. When I walked into your congregation this morning, I just absolutely was delighted to see all the quilts on the pews for the blessing of the quilts. I was delighted. We used to do that in my congregation before I was elected bishop. I was down at beautiful Savior in Vancouver, and we would have the blessing of the quilt Sunday. But I must admit, you folks have made a whole lot more quilts than we ever did. I heard that the number was about 154, and it was not just the quilting group from United, but the quilting group from Hope, when they came, brought some quilts with them. And what's beautiful about the quilt, not just the beautiful color as they sit here, but that when those quilts get sent out into the world, I'm assuming probably through Lutheran World Relief, they literally will wrap people with God's love. That you who have made them with care and with prayer, they get sent out into the world and people shelter their children with them at night, they wrap them around their shoulders. These quilts are your way of communicating the love of God. So you are wrapping people with God's love and with your love. And that's what this gospel text is about. The disciples start in a place of uncertainty and fear. But Jesus breathes on them and then gives them purpose to go out into the world and care for people. The reason I wanted to find my notes and make sure I could read them was that going back to the story of Anne Frank, a woman named Mick Geis was one of the 6 Dutch workers who helped take care of Frank family. At risk of her life, she would be one of those who would stay with bring them food. And Nipgeis died just a few years ago. She lived to the age of 100, actually. And she was being interviewed by a newspaper reporter not too long before she passed away about her experiences. And she said during the interview, "I'm no hero. More than 20,000 Dutch people helped to hide Jewish people and others who needed hiding." She said, "There's nothing special about what I did. They were my friends. I just did it." This Dutch woman knew what it was to be a follower of Christ, knew what it was to first be filled with God's breath to bring healing. And hearing the rains of baptism from down is another sign that, like your baptism window over there, another sign that God is showering blessing upon us. She knew that as a follower of Christ, the point of life was not just to make it through our years with our skin intact. The point was to allow ourselves to be filled by God's grace and then to be out in the world, announcing the gospel, announcing the good news, communicating both with our words and with our actions God's love for people. And like Christ, who was willing to risk those wounds to be with people every time of need. So you folks here at United Lutheran, that is what God's promise is for you and your ministry. It's a challenging ministry. It's something we could never do on our own. So that's why, first of all, God breathes life into us each day. We can count on that. God is breathing life into you and your ministry each day. But God also brings us together in congregations. This is not things that God calls us to do are too complicated to do just by ourselves. And so that's part of the gift of being in a congregation, to join with one another, whether it's making quilts or feeding hungry people or being out in the community. That's why God gathers us, I think, into a church body. You're part of the 87 congregations in our Southwestern Washington synod, and we're committed to supporting each other. We're part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America, 9,000 congregations, 4.5 million people. God gathers us into groups so that we might be strengthened and our faith might stay strong. So God bless you in your ministry. God fill you with the holy breath. God shower down upon you every blessing. And may God enrich the ministry here as you serve as God's united